All right, this is Bob with Sea Spirit, and I have a tip for you. So you've been thinking about possibly going to an all-inclusive fishing lodge, maybe with some buddies, or maybe with your spouse or your best friend, and you've decided that you would like to do it, but you're a little nervous about taking the plunge. First, how do I know which is the right one? Should I go to Alaska or should I go to Canada? And I'm recommending that you go to Canada and specifically Vancouver Island, and I have 3 lodges I'm going to recommend. The first, with a cute name, Book'em Dano, has a very value-minded, value-oriented, all-inclusive. The fishing is all-inclusive, the lodge is included, but your food, your meals, you're on your own for those. So for my best value-oriented, all-inclusive, Book'em Dano, that's the trip that I'd go on. However, for those of you looking for a little bit more of a luxury experience, I recommend Eagle Nook. Eagle Nook Lodge has an all-inclusive experience, including food, lodging, a fishing guide, captain, boats that have not only bathrooms, but also even warmers for when it gets cold. Lastly, Walter Cove's Resort is one that is one of the most unique experiences. First Nation, Native Americans that live on a small island. And the guides are all from that tribe. And it's a true cultural experience. It's also first class. The food is some of the best food I've eaten anywhere, including some of the finest restaurants that I've been to. It's also a first class experience with beautiful views from the decks. And that first class experience comes with first class cost. And so be prepared to pay the most of the 3 lodges that I just mentioned for Walter Cove. So after hearing about the 3 recommendations, I hope you're ready to take the plunge. All right, I know you were a little nervous, but now that you've taken the plunge, go ahead and book that trip. You have 3 options there on Vancouver Island for a fishing adventure of a lifetime. Fish for salmon and halibut and lingcod. Lastly, I am recommending all 3 places because of the spectacular king salmon and halibut fishing. Some of the best days I've ever had on the water were in those 3 places. Leap in and book your all-inclusive fishing trip for salmon and halibut on Vancouver Island at one of these 3 great places. See you on the water, and may you have tight lines and fish on.